Yeah, but you guys are on strike.
I'm on strike.
We're on strike right now.
I'm just gonna go outside and clean up. I love you. I always play ball.
So the camera's running. The reason the camera's running is that we have a show called Songs of Freedom Television. I've been doing it since 1996. And it's on QPTV. It's cable TV here in Queens. But it's also in Manhattan, in Brooklyn, and the Bronx. If you take one of these are flyers for the Songs of Freedom TV show. I also have them for the third Thursday here, but Songs of Freedom, singfreedom.org is the name of the website, and you can find out what episodes are playing when. I have been editing from last month, so we'll be putting those shows on soon. But I'm just going to lay these on the table, and you can take one if you want. Here. I got it. You get a flyer, and you get a flyer. All right, so I'll just put these out. Thank you. All right. And I'll put the chewed up one on the bottom. All right. Now, I'm going to do something which is very helpful. It's called tuning a guitar. So let me just, and what's really cool, I just bought this guitar yesterday. And I don't know why they never had them like this before. The tuner's right in there.
What?
Yeah, I can just tune it. I press at the button, and if I want close but no cigar. Oh, there it is.
Have you signed it?
I get notifications for some reason. I'm checking my email every 3 hours.
I did bring my snark though if you need something. And there's a guitar on the wall. They grow guitars here.
Do you want Yes, yes.
So I was in Pennsylvania a couple of weeks ago, and I took myself to Nazareth, Pennsylvania, is where Martin Guitars are made. I went to the shrine, and Norbert, you going to sing The Wait tonight? It's been on the radio a lot lately because Robbie Robertson passed away. And the first line of that song is, I pulled into Nazareth, I was going. And the story on that song is that he was struggling for the first line of this song, and he was just looking into the hole of his guitar, and he saw like Nazareth, Pennsylvania. So he started the song saying, I pulled into Nazareth. Isn't that right, Norbert? You're going to sing The Wait tonight?
I wasn't planning on it, but...
Well, in honor of Robbie Robertson.
Oh, for Robbie, yeah, what? Yeah.
You might consider doing that. All right, why don't we get started?
I forgot all about that. Yeah, the last of the band. Okay,
Yeah.
the left there.
I just got to make sure. Is there red light flashing on that thing?
Yeah.
Cool. And I've been like in the frame.
I forgot about that. Maybe I'll do that.
All right. I remember the first show I ever did, I was sitting in a chair, and I move around a lot. It was a one-camera shoot, and the whole show was my neck moving around. You know, it's like, I can't show this. But anyway, the show is called Songs of Freedom Television, and we've been making it celebrating the dignity of human struggle with its many faces and its many voices. Look for it at singfreedom.org, singfreedom.org, and you can go to the page and find out what's being celebrated. Okay? Hey, Mr. Hank, we're sharing a birthday in a couple of days. We're both September 3rders, yeah? All right. Well, I'll play this one. Seems so funny me. She calls, but we don't see each other anymore. She calls me. She thinks I'm gonna listen like I did before. She's got a boyfriend now. She tells me she's in love. I say I'm happy for you. She says that he adores her and that he gives her everything a girl desires. Devotion, heart, strong emotion calling to her passion's fire. She says they're doing fine, then there's silence on the line for about a minute. She says that it's so strange. She's found the perfect lover that she needs. But they don't talk too much, and she misses where conversation leads. And would I have time to land to be her friend? She's feeling guilty. He doesn't like it when she talks to guys like me. She tells me she didn't know that love meant missing what could be. She doesn't go out much, but she wants to stay in touch. It causes her confusion. She says that it's so strange. She's found the perfect lover that she needs. But they don't talk too much, and she misses where a conversation leads. And would I care to lend some time to her, to be a friend, as a friend? I say it's okay. I guarantee her that I really had no choice. I tell her I love to hear her confidences and her voice. I always wish her well, but there's one thing I don't tell her. At least I'm choosing not to. You see, think about the times we spent together growing, you and me. Now look where we are. You feel so trapped. I feel I'm too free. And did you know never let it show. And did you know I never wanted you to go. Yeah, it's so funny. She calls, but we don't see each other anymore. she still calls me. And she's right, I'll listen. Like a million times before. She's got a boyfriend now. She says that she's in love. I say I'm happy for you. Thank you. Yeah, based on true relationships. The relationships I have, I come out the other side, and it could have been a crummy relationship, but like one good song out of it.
Is that a poetry? It's real.
You too, huh?
40 poems came out of it.
Oh my goodness, you must have been, wow. Yeah. There's a lot of feeling there. And on the other side, I could sing something like this. I went to see the wise man to be what I can be. I told him I want happiness. This is what he said to me. Give up the I, give up the want. Ego gets in your way. If what you want is happiness, happiness is all you say. And you don't have to do a thing or wish upon a star, no. The only word is happiness. You gotta be the change you are. Be the change you are. The change you are. I went to see the shaman. I was looking for some peace, and she said, I am so glad you came in, and you can have it when you please. Give up the eye and looking. What you see gets in your way. What you want is peace, my friend, and peace is all you say. And you don't have to do a thing or look upon a star. The only word is peace, and you can be the change you are. Be the change you are. The change you are. I went home to my family. And then I saw my friends, and I was thinking about all those things on which their love depends. Then I thought about that shaman and about that wise man too. And I had a revelation, and I got a point of view. If I gave up the thinking, if I gave up the I, if what I want is love, I don't even have to try. And I don't have to do a thing, I'm never in a jam. The only word is love, and I can be the change I am. Yes, be the change I am. The change I am. Oh, happiness and peace and love. Happiness and peace and love. Happiness and peace and love. I can be the change I am. Happiness and peace and love. Happiness and peace and love. Happiness and peace and love. I can be the change I am. Sing with me. Happiness and peace and love. Happiness and peace and love. Happiness and peace and love. I can be the change I am. One more time now. Happiness and peace and love. Happiness and peace and love. With harmony. Happiness and peace and love. I can be the change I am. Be the change I am. That's right. The change I am. I'm going to do another one, and then I'm going to start introducing people to the stage. We'll just keep going until time tells us to stop. How's that? Okay. to make you feel special. You told me I made you feel cheap when you look at yourself in the morning and the company you choose to keep. But I'm better off without you, babe, though you hurt me to the core. It's sad, but it's the best thing. That's what love is for. Oh, that's what love is for. Stressed out in the daytime, hard to sleep at night. Ain't no use in you denying something's wrong when it ain't right. I still miss you in the morning, but it was unhealthy anymore. Sure would love to see a strong babe. That's what love is for. That's what love is for. And it's hard to hide my feelings. Yeah, you hurt me, that's for sure. But I'll learn to let it go, babe. That's what love is for. Oh, that's what love is for. Love is for. When you hustle to your job, babe, and you're riding on the train, and mistrust of everybody pumps like blood through all your veins. You know it's in your mind, babe. Friends are strangers at your door. Find the strength to carry on, babe. That's what love is for. Oh yeah, that's what love is for. Oh, love is for. Got to love yourself, baby. You gotta love yourself, baby. You gotta learn to like yourself, baby. Love yourself, baby. Love yourself, baby. That's what love is for. Oh yeah. That's what love is for. Oh, love is for. Well, love's got to start someplace, right? All right. Hey, I think it's your turn, right? How many of us are performing today?
You're not. So, I was Sarah. Other Sarah. So, four.
Why don't you come on up? Are you going to be standing or sitting?
Me, I guess, standing.
Standing. Cool. All right. I'll just put the guitar there.
I'm down for literally. I do not want to go first. I want to see it go first. Okay. I'm actually used to that.
Remember how it works? You come up here, you say, "Hi, I am," and then you go do your thing. Okay?
Is there actually a hook of an instrumental by any chance, or do you sing a cappella and all that?
You can sing a cappella. Some people have their phones with them and they hold it like this.
Okay, that might work.
However you want to do it, the stage is yours. Let's go. And I'm taking my coffee. Welcome you to the show.
I saw myself on television.
Isn't that cool? You're official now. How has it changed your life?
Felt like a movie star.
In the song you want to sing.
Cool. Okay, Hank. Hey, it was fun hanging out with you Friday night.
Gotta do it again.
Yeah. We will. Tell us who you are.
Okay. I've been here a couple times before. I'm Janine. I'm in high school, and I write poetry, so I'm gonna be reading some of that today. All right. So I guess I'll start. Okay. I wrote this last October. And it's called Quiet Revolution. January. All is quiet except for faint footsteps through the third floor gym. I kiss you in thinly veiled corners. You make me forget. Cold winter air wafts through the cobwebs to the dusty corner where I sit and draw on your hand, and we listen to The Cure on my one not broken headphone with our heads touching and with the lingering scent of vanilla and strawberry and drugstore perfume on your neck and fresh dye and ammonia on your hair. Cable knit, chipped, nail polish, virginal teenage dream forged from your life into the split ends of mine. Footsteps approach and I resent them because you pull away from me like we lived 50 years ago. A tear stings my eye the same evening as I walk home, unclasp my necklace, tell myself that I am living a quiet revolution. I don't know why we have to have a revolution at all. Thank you. Alright, I could do one more. Let me just see what I have. Okay. This one is also from last October. And it's called October Defies Reputation. Midnight, 30th of October. I watch the headlines on the scratched-up television in the taxi. October defies reputation. And I know it's about the stock market, but right now the world centers only toward you. I evaporate on the 59th Street Bridge and remember how I wanted to go home with you and listen to Lou Reed on your rooftop and talk about the seasons and the cyclical nature of time. But you left seconds after the curtain closed on the show, and I stood up and clapped and cried and clapped and cried. Took a subway to West 4th Street in hopes to be humbled by the city's most holy spectacle, but only sank into the street music and was swallowed by the open sky. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Sarah. I'm going to be reading an original poem and also singing a song today. I'm going to start with a poem just because I feel like that might provide some context for the song. And yeah. Skeleton. Our love created a skeleton and I mistook it for flesh. The ribs of lies and the broken backbone, the turned head. You decided a bone to occupy and the spine is what you thought, but thought is in the cranium and that's what you took. You liked the control and so you put the weight on it, that fragile spine. And you didn't like it when a waving hand reached up, hoping for attention from those open eyes. And you didn't like it when the jaw slacked open anytime. Cracked ribs, exposed lies, cracked jaw, muffled cries. It was all smoke and mirrors, at least from where you reside, because you didn't want to pry when something was out of line. A skeleton is fragile and skinny, like your love, and I mistook it for warm flesh that I thought I could hug. I should have looked in the mirror and smiled again, because anything I did feel was not from that skeleton. And I'm straight up going to pull up a karaoke track right now off YouTube, since I do not have an instrumental aside from that. But this is Skinny Love by the artist Birdie. Hopefully it'll pick up in the mic well enough. I hold it like this. It will not. I will just acapella it in that case. Allow me to pull up the lyrics. Sorry about that. Okay, cool. Come on, skinny love, just last the year. For a little song, so we were never here. And my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind. Staring at the sink of blood and crying. boss's orders tall. And I told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And in the morning I'll be with you, but it'll be a different kind, 'cause I'll be holding all the tickets, and you'll be owning all the fines. Come on, skinny love, what happened here? Suckle on my hope and like grass here. I'm on my mind, I'm on my mind, I'm on my mind. So the Lord is full, so slow on the split. And I told you to be patient, and I told you to be fine, and I told you to be balanced, and I told you to be kind. And now all your love is wasted, and who the hell was I? 'Cause now I'm breaking at the bridges, and at the end of all your lies, who will love you? Who will fight? And who will fall far behind? Come on, skinny love. My mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind, my mind.
Could you tell us what you were?
Yeah, I did introduce
Oh,
myself.
okay,
Yes,
cool.
Yes.
Cool. You have another one?
No, not at the moment. Not that I prepared.
All right, we'll go around again.
Yeah.
This is like a tag team wrestling.
Hi, my name is Sarah, and
Hi, Sarah.
there's two of us.
I think it's the feedback from your phone getting into the mic, so let's just be careful. Or,
I'm not playing anything.
oh, whatever,
That's fine.
that's fine. Maybe you have this electronic aura with you.
Maybe I am. Maybe I'm a robot. Who knows?
You're all channeling energy.
Yeah. As I said, my name is Sarah, and I kind of feel we kind of got a theme of today about like romance and stuff, so we'll keep that going. This is the story of a girl. That's how it always starts. This is the story of a girl who never wins. She accidentally battered the heart of a boy who admitted she loved her, while she was blinded by grief and chased by non-existent romance. She was sought out by someone who showered her with compliments to later say he wasn't ready while clearly wanting more. She was on her own until she met someone that caught her eye. She approached him, flirted to fail, and only getting ghosted. These stories are of a girl that romance failed her, accepting being single, focusing on her career, caused great success, but only a slight yearning for the love that her friends speak of that was so foreign to her. She was once successful until he made the fatal mistake and his mother ended with my mom, our first relationship. It wasn't us to end. Fuck. His mom was right, but it didn't seem that way when the wound was fresh. This is the story of a girl who never wins, who only had failed romances, which are the tales of regret and embarrassment. Remember Sarah and so-and-so? Being a simple afternoon for people to find out what I did while I died cringe in the corner. Their constant nagging reminders of any guy like, is laundry lint? But if she says the same with their choices of romance, it's quickly defended. She understood that her past mistakes weren't the best looking, and it was mainly for attention, not including Skater Boy. Which it ends with, just like Skittles instead of M&Ms. This is the story of a girl who never wins, who only had failed romances, who deals with others' fairy tales of decent situations of relationships, and fun detailed stories about brags in bed. With this in mind, she told that she is a Skittle. This is the story of a girl who has people fall for her, but it never works. She hangs her heart low. She has one friend by her side that will obviously want to be more. She doesn't know if she should just please her and end up the bad guy or leave her alone. It doesn't help when her friends ship it or on top of that call her a Skittle. This is the story of a girl who stays in the corner of her room, rotting in bed, Wanted to be at the double feature at the Megaplex. Thinking about going out, thinking about making out.
One more if you like.
I was thinking of a song, copying other Sarah's idea, but let's take you back to the 80s.
I remember it well.
The best era.
Well, I arguably believe the 2000s were a better era, but
I
agree to disagree. Agree to disagree.
Maybe both were good.
They were. Sometimes I feel I've got to get away from the pain you drive into the heart of me. The love we share seems to go nowhere, and I've lost my life. For I toss and turn, I can't sleep at night. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. This day to love you've given, I give you all a boy can't give you. Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, tainted love. Now I know I've got to get away, I've got to run away. You don't really want any more from me to make things right. You need someone to hold you tight, and you think love is to pray. But I'm sorry, I don't pray that way. Once I ran to you, now I run from you. This ain't the love you've given, I give you all a boy can't give you. Take my tears and that's not nearly all. Tainted love, tainted love. Don't touch me, please, I cannot stand the way you tease. I love you so. Now I've got to pack my things and go. Tainted love, tainted love, tainted love, tainted love. Touch me, baby, tainted love. Touch me, baby, tainted love. Tainted love, tainted love. Thank you.
Anybody else from this table? Look, we're gonna go around again. I mean, I don't want to push anybody.
Yeah, I'll be.
All right, whatever you want. Okay, Thomas.
Tommy.
It's your turn.
All right.
Standing or sitting?
I'm standing.
All right, good. Well, it's called stand up anyway.
All right. Hello there. Yes, my name is Tom Padovano. Said to my girlfriend, while we've been dating, have you been dating others? She said, oh, Tom, come on. You're the fifth guy to ask me that today. Terrible. I told her she needs to embrace her mistakes. So she embraced me. Terrible. So I'm looking to meet somebody new. I'm not good at it. I went to a club. Hey, babe, what's your sign? Keep off! Terrible. Oh, I was talking to this one woman. She said she wants to date 10 men at the same time. I said, listen, I'm not into that. I'm monotonous. Another woman said, well, thank you for clapping anyhow. Oh, this other woman said she wants to meet a man comfortable in his own skin. I said, forget about me. I have psoriasis. And then she was itching to leave. Oh, I was talking to this woman, real classy. She said, my last name's hyphenated. I said, mine's Padovano. Yeah, I'm starting to get desperate, people. I go to Kentucky Fried Chicken just to hear them say, breasts or thighs. Terrible. Really. Now I put Vicks Vapor Rub all over my chest and try to meet women with asthma. Oh, it's awful. Oh, the other day, I'm not sure if this woman said I was a breath of fresh air or I needed a breath freshener. And I was young like you people once. Oh man, I used to go out dancing. I was constantly on the dance floor because I kept falling. Oh, it's terrible. Oh yeah, I used to always get down and boogie, you know. I used to go out every night and shake my booty. Now, I stay in every night and shake my medication. It's not easy when you get older, you know. I don't know. It's terrible, you know. I don't know if I'm going to get married at this point, though. I did go to this wedding. Half Italian, half Jewish. Everything at this wedding was done 50-50. Even the songs. Hava, your mother, Hava, your mother. I mean, everything was done 50-50. Like they made the men wear yarmulkes, on the yarmulkes, and add for Vito's Pizza. Yeah. And you know, at a Jewish ceremony, they have the groom step on the glass, right? Well, here the groom was Italian. He smacked it. Now, my Uncle Chooch was at the wedding. My Uncle Chooch, yeah, it was his daughter that got married. He said, yo, this is the second happiest day in my life. I go, really? What was the first happiest day? He goes, when I got parole. An amazing man. Now, he comes from the old country. And when he saw the Statue of Liberty for the first time, he cried. It was the first woman he ever saw with shaved underarms. It's a big deal when you come from Italy. Yeah. And when he came to this country, he only had 1 quarter in his pocket. But within 3 years, he doubled it. It's pretty amazing, you know. Now, I come from a poor family, but let me tell you something. Every night, my mother had food on the table. I wish we had plates. Oh, it was terrible. When I was 7, I said, Mom, am I adopted? Not yet, but I'm working on it. Then I remember once I said, Mommy, I wanted a toy truck for my birthday. I didn't get one. I'm upset. She goes, shut up. You just turned 50. And I was a terrible student, always getting left back. I was the only kid in 3rd grade, excused for jury duty. I mean, it was so embarrassing. My teacher made my parents write on the blackboard 100 times, we won't have more children. But it was a clean house. Now, I now have a terrible apartment. It has bugs. And the other day, I ran out of Raid. So I sprayed a cockroach with Lemon Pledge. It died, but had a great shiny finish. Yeah, amazing.
Smell good?
What's that?
Did it smell good?
Oh, it smelled wonderful. Yeah, I'm going to make it a cologne, you know. Yeah. Odor de Roche. I think that sounds good, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that's a possibility, you know. You know what? I'm an older person, but you know, there's people older than me. Did you know that Bugs Bunny is 80? Now when he says, what's up, Doc? It's his cholesterol. Porky Pig is 77. When he goes, that's all, folks. It might be. It's very sad. Well, listen, you've been a wonderful audience, confused, but wonderful. And I sincerely hope you've had as much fun and pleasure as I've had tension and emotional strain. Oh, you don't have to worry and take me back to the subway. Anybody take the subways here? Take the subway sometimes, yeah. Oh, my Uncle Guido. He used to be a subway conductor, and now there's a shortage of subway conductors. So they asked him if he wants to come out of retirement and be a conductor again. And he said, 42nd Street. I guess that's yes, right? Yeah. Now, there's a lot of rude people that travel on the subway. Rude. Not me. This man said to me, do you know a train goes to Coney Island? I said, no, I'm sorry, I don't. He goes, I do. Nah, 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 nah. Crazy. Oh my God, it's nearly my bedtime. Enjoy.
Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Thomas. I think it's your turn,
Can
Norbert.
I plug in?
Yeah. Well, there's a plug over there. You can plug in over there if you like. Well, your guitar looks a lot like mine. Mine looks a lot like yours.
Smoke and mirrors, man. Smoke and mirrors.
Hold on. Let me unplug that.
Yeah, I don't want to mess you up.
Yeah.
While he's getting you all set up, my name is Norbert Hastelreese, and I've been playing around with y'all for a while. But I gotta tell you something. It's really nice to see some young people in here with a lot of talent. I'm a old man. I'm older than dirt, but I'm not older than sand yet. So, I was not gonna do, Robbie Robertson. I don't know if you know who he was. He was the last member of the band to pass. So I'll do that song. But I was so inspired by you young poets. I'm a poet myself. So I'm gonna give you one quick poem and then two songs. And that's so. This is a song. It's a poem. On a hill called Calvary, he muttered these words: forgive them, for they know not what they do. His name was Jesus. They called him the Prince of Peace. He was a good shepherd. Along the path of a pond called Walden, he wrote the prose of civil disobedience and opened up the eyes of the world. His name was Henry David Thoreau. He was a good shepherd. Long before the Golden Spike connecting the Union and Pacific Railroads, she was a conductor on a greater railroad. Her cargo was precious and her destination was freedom. Her name was Harriet Tubman. They called her Moses. She was a good shepherd. Beneath the great monument in Washington, he spoke of a dream. It was a dream he never got to fulfill. It was our dream. His name was Martin Luther King Jr. He was a good shepherd. And now once again it is twilight, and there are wolves in the fold as we wait for the good shepherd. Just paraphrase. Anyhow, you inspire me. Let's hope I play better than I decided. I gotta sit. I'm an old man. How's that? I'm not quite sure who wrote this song, but this is a song I learned a long time ago at a camp called Camp Thoreau, and it's called Ponywood Hill. Well, I'm a rambler and a rover, a wanderer it seems. I've traveled all over, searching after my dream. If dreams should come true, my hardships fulfilled. I'm on my way home to Pineywood Hill. I return to your land. I return to the snow, and I return to the hill and those valleys below. I return as a poor man, or a king if God will, but I'm on my way home to the Pineywood Hill. I was raised on a song that I done the right and done the wrong there. It's true I belong there, and it's true it's my home. From ocean to ocean, I've rambled and roamed, and now I return to my Pineywood home. Maybe someday I'll find someone who will love as I love my Pineywood Hill. I was raised on a song that I done right and done wrong there. It's true I belong there, and it's true it's my home. I return to the woodland, I return to the snow, I return to the hills and all the valleys below. I return as a poor man, or a king if God will.
That's right.
But I'm on my way home to the Pineywood Hill. Thank you. Joe, you know, I used to play this. Joe and I have been playing a long time. I used to play this song a lot. It's a band song called Wait. Well, in Nazareth was feeling about half past dead. Just need to find a place I could lay my head. Say, oh, mister, can you tell me where I find a bed? He just screamed, shook my hand. No one's up to said, take a load on Annie, take a load for 3 years, take a load on Annie, Annie, put the weight right on me. Yeah. Packed up my bags, went looking for a place to hide. When I saw him coming and the devil walking side by side, say, hey, now come on, let's go downtown. She said, gotta go, my friend, I can hang around. Took a load on Annie, took a load for head. Hey, hey, put the wear right on me. My favorite verse come right in. Rick Dangle would do this one. We'll go down Moses, nothing you can say. It's just a look in, waiting on Judgment Day. Say hello, my friend. What about young Annalie? Said, do me a favor, son. Stay and keep Annalie company. Take a load on Annie. Take a load for free, yeah. Take a load on Annie. Hey, hey, they put the wear right on me. Yeah. Cricket just follow me, and he caught me in the fire. He said, I'll fix you right. You just jacked my dog. Say, wait a minute, Chester, I'm a peaceful man. Say, that's okay, boy, won't you be there whenever you can. Take a load on Annie. Take a load for free, yeah. Take a load on Annie. Hey, that wear right on me. Yeah. Good thing about folk music, you can mess it up when you keep going. Gonna cast a cannonball, gonna take her on down the line. My morning wearing long, do believe it's time. Get back to me saying that she's the only one who sent me right down here with regards to everyone. Take a load on Annie. Take a load for free, yeah. Take a load on Annie. Say, hey, put the wear right on me. Yeah. Hey. Thanks, man. I pulled that off. That's smoke and mirrors, baby. That's smoke and mirrors.
All right, Norbert, did everybody get to go? So we'll go around the second time. We have another hour. But what I'm going to do is...
I gotta leave by 8.
All right. All right, well, you stay for... Did everybody like, I have your contact information so I can send you any pictures and information about upcoming... All right, so if you're there, you're there. Just handle yourself. Handle yourself.
I'll let you know.
Discuss. Discuss. Hey, did I press the button? Hold
It's
on.
flashing.
Yeah, but things can flash. Excuse me, I just want to make sure that, no, it's working. Good. Thanks. I think, you know what that is? This is too close. All right. So September 3rd Thursday, I believe, is the 21st. So that's as late as the third Thursday it could be.
So I think that's what it is. Yes, you're right. Because my sister's birthday is 7th, and that's on Thursday.
Yeah. I really have a birthday. What are you doing for the birthday this year, Hank?
I don't know.
Aging gracefully.
My family will somehow not let me sleep late. That's
I generally on my birthday I call up my mother and say happy birthday to us. I mean, you were there?
Good show, good show.
Yeah. I mean, come on. You gotta do stuff like that. I guess you don't have to, but that's a ritual. It's something that we do.
Actually, I'll probably go to my grandson's restaurant.
Oh, that's right. It's so nice to have somebody in the family who like produces food. Huh?
Very nice.
You just show up because you're hungry. That's really good. It reminds me when I was in college, I'd show up with with my laundry in laundry bags like Santa Claus. Ho, ho, ho. My parents' house. That was about 20 years ago. All right. Well, I promised to behave myself, but I'll give myself this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hundreds say I am not PC, but I can't help falling in love with me. I'm the star of the G.O. and they can't help falling in love with me. As the polling goes, resentment has its way, and the anger grows. It never matters what I say. Ratings win, not my policy, and they can't help falling in love with me. As the lemmings march surely to the sea, politics is just reality TV. So vote your rage. It's a way to be. And you can't help falling in love with me. Falling in love with me. Thank me, thank me, thank me. Well, to continue the merriment, boxes on the floor. FBI is knocking at my door. I don't have an alibi. Time for another lie. When I left Washington, D.C., I took my office home with me, to where I'm king of everything. In Mar-a-Lago, that subpoena came and went. I ignored ignored the request they sent, and now they're here to remind me justice is not deaf and blind. Information they took in the raid were assets I would care to trade. You know, don't they know I'm the king of everything? In Mar-a-Lago, well, I've got Fox News to speak to my face, gaslight the pledges protesting my case, and all my supporters who aren't afraid to threaten the public and drink my Kool-Aid. 12 boxes on the floor. Now Merrick Garland's knocking at my door. He says I'm not the president anymore, and nobody is above the law. When I left Washington, D.C., I took my whole office home with me, to where I'm king of everything. In Mar-a-Lago, in Mar-a-Lago, in Mar-a-Lago, Mar-a-Lago. I'm going to do one more, and before we go another round, let's see how many times we can go around before the time. The song was written by somebody who grew up not far from here, in Kew Gardens Hills, near Main Street. Went to Forest Hills High School with his buddy. They both became pretty famous. Well, they say that Richard Corey owned one half of this whole town, with political connections to spread the wealth around. Born into society, banker's only child, he had everything a man could want: power, grace, and style. But I work in his factory, and I curse the life I'm living. I curse my poverty. I wish that I could be. Wish that I could be, and I wish that I could be Richard Corey. The papers print his picture almost everywhere he goes. It's Richard Corey at the opera, Richard Corey at a show, and the rumors of his parties and the orgies on his yacht. Well, surely he was happy with everything he's got. But I work in his factory, and I curse the life I'm living, curse my poverty, and I wish that I could be. Wish that I could be, and I wish that I could be Richard Corey. He freely gave to charity. He had the common touch, and they were grateful for his patronage, and they thanked him very much. So my mind was filled with wonder when the evening headline read, Richard Corey went home last night and put a bullet through his head. But I work in his factory, and I curse the life I'm living, curse my poverty. I wish that I could be, wish that I could be, and I wish that I could be Richard Corey. Thank you. All right, round
Round 2 is underway. So, it's up to you.
We're going in
I'm
the same
getting
order.
Let me unplug myself. That wasn't so bad.
We got this.
Nice to the guitar. Nice, very nice. This is my new friend. I got it from nice to my
Okay, this was pretty good.
All right.
Did I?
Okay,
Alright.
Vinny, we're back.
Alright, so I'm gonna start with a acapella version of Fly Me to the Moon by Frank Sinatra. Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Alright, and then I guess I'll end with a, sorry, one second, let me find another poem I wrote last year. Alright, this is more sort of, along the lines of prose, but, I wrote this in, 6-7 months ago, and, it's entitled, The Sun Rises in the East and Sets in the West. Winter sky grows cold and freezes over in static spiral. Winter sky grows static, but nonetheless, everything erodes with time. I had been mistaken to say that impermanence is merely the hallmark of the human experience. Impermanence is the human experience. Everything meant to be born is born with time. I meditate on the image of my body in cold decay to reduce my attachment to this earthly form. The body is a vessel, and I am torn between indescribable joy at driving a vessel with which the universe and I can experience each other, and deep frustration that this form cannot always represent the way I experience the universe. Perhaps that is too much to ask. More likely it is just another thing to figure out. Those trees growing along the highway breathe the same aerosol-heavy air as I. In 3 months it will be spring. In 6 it will be the height of summer. January is polarizing. It fills you with a deep, frigid sensation that weaves itself between tissue and bone. It fills you with a deeper reverence for the way those aerosol-breathing trees sleep. It fills you with bitterness, and it fills you with love. I am learning to detach myself from the idea that love must last forever. Forever is a futile mission between dynamic beings. And I talk a great deal about how transience permeates all things, but I hate to say it, but the transience of my haircut and the seasons and the elastic on my bracelet hurts a lot less to ponder than the transience of people through the halls of my life. I am not a rock, nor a mall, nor a curio cabinet. I'm all of these things to someone. The Manhattan Bridge is painted off-white and it's a sneakily January-ish blue. This whole city will be dust again one day. But I'm in no hurry.
If you're not in a hurry, maybe you got another one.
Let me see, if I can find something in here. All right. This one has a bit of a backstory. So at my school, we have a congregation space for sophomores called the sophomore bar. And 2 years ago, when I was a sophomore, I spent a massive amount of time there. As in, like, I would stay there basically until they kicked me out of the school. Like every night for months on end. So it became home to me, and at the end of the year, I wrote this poem about it, called Sophomore Bar. You don't really see the seasons change at the sophomore bar. 1 second it's November and the sun has passed into dust and goes unnoticed because all you can see is beige and teal tile and the corner mirror reminding you that this moment is indeed real and you are not living some fantasy from a dream that surfaced in years past. The next second it is somehow June, farther from the last November than the next, and you still rest your now weary gaze upon the same dichromatic tile, no different from the coffee-stained notes of autumnal incense and restless, hollow October. I have been here in other lives. I've glazed my cherry nails over the same cracked paint and seen the sun's last rays caress the same dusty tile. Here, at dusk, somewhere between a Locrian melody and a brittle pamphlet, aged and worn, which one can only become lucid to after being here. By this and by this only have we lived, unwritten in our epitaph and raised in a year which has never seen spring. You don't really see the seasons change at the sophomore bar. A stalagmite among cataclysms, a stark and dimly lit monolith among multitudes of imagined minefields. For we have placed them all here. All of our winters and all of our sacrosanct springs, collective. December's soft ice fill their gaze onto the same floor and into the same faint whir of the ceiling lights. My finger on the pulse of stone and brick. We are all one and the same, and we are all electric.
Dude, you're so electric. The microphone off.
Yeah, that's... Right, did someone say electric or what happens here? I think when somebody stands here, it goes away. I think that's what's happening. It's catching the amplification from the guitar. So your human field meant you are electric. But next on the hit parade.
She's back.
I'm back again. This time with just some poetry, but the theme is more so centered about life lessons I learned. So, not entirely, but for the most part. I don't remember the title of this, but I wrote it back a few months back. Maybe 2. I wish I could have the luxury of having a crush on life. To be so hopelessly infatuated that each awakening is exciting and I jump from my slumber, hopeful and ready. So in love that the flaws are lessened or non-existent in my vision, and I'm just happy that it's there. Oh, imagine a world where I can derive beauty from looking straight into its green eyes, and where it whispers sweet nothings into my ears. Wouldn't it be lovely to only see the white-dressed future before us, the one where we stand hand in hand, in love? Instead, I view it as my worst enemy. What always appeared a rich indigo blue to me is now pure black, a creation of my own inability to view the world in the shiny perspective I once did. I now view it as a grotesque creature, each flaw threatening to bite at me, this weary, woeful woman as it snickers in its hateful voice. As I begin to wish the greatest tragedies upon it, the hate and the anger rising in my chest. The future with it seems bleak, decorated in black glasses as the lawyer reads the divorce papers. As we stand, glares as sharp as knives, battling. I'm fine. This was another one I wrote, I think, in the same period of time. And I think it's titled Nothing Lasts Forever. I noticed this through fleeting happiness. Friendship's gone like another season. The love from those who created me fading after any inconvenience. When loving me doesn't serve them anymore. And when it doesn't serve you anymore, I fear you'll leave. Because we won't last forever, will we? Nothing lasts forever. My heart will stop beating one day, as will yours. I cannot circle the date in red and plan each day before it. I will not last forever. The impact I have on this life will not last. My joy does not last, but nor does my sorrow, and I am left with nothing to grip as my sense of self is ever changing. Am I ever changing? I hope this period of pain does not last forever. There were some things I will miss when they end. However, I feel all I reap from this is the knowledge of how to deal with it. I only hope I can give this to others, in well-formed paragraphs and a shoulder for their woe. I can only hope this won't last forever. And the final one is titled Maybe in Pain. This one's a little bit longer. They say there will be beauty from this pain, like flowers on a grave, their vibrant hue against a desolate grayscaled scene, filled with somber energy of those who grieve. It's there to remind you that there is balance in life and in death, and that there is always light in the dark. What you do is find beauty in my pain, though I don't know if that's the same. You seem to find my delicately put anguish all the more comforting, claiming it as your own. All I can ask is, why can I not have this one thing? This is my one thing. Though I know intellectually I will not have anything that is all my own. We are all a patchwork quilt of other people, owned by only the universe itself. We will all fade to dust one day, just as time will stop and reset. All I really have right now is my pain, and you have the beauty you derive from it. Actually, you have your own pain too, I suppose. That I won't discredit. I refuse to stoop to your level. And this shouldn't affect mine. Yet every mention reinforces the wish to crawl deeper into this hole, digging into this trench until I'm 6 feet under just so it's as bad as yours. Just so I can no longer hear the phrase, you think that's bad? Why must we compare our afflictions? Why can't it be understood that I have mine and you have yours? Why can't you understand that we all react differently? That I didn't take the easy way out, though I hurt just as much as you did? Why must I yell these questions into the thin air up above and receive no answer except the voice inside my head? It's not my pain that is beautiful. That's not where the beauty lies. I think it's found in the way I communicate. That being each carefully weaved word that my inner monologue feeds through each ear and out onto this paper. Right now, it's all I know. All of my secrets and woes lie within this prose, and you claim you want to know me, yet you do not read carefully enough. Each page is written in my own blood, sweat, and tears. My pain is not what's beautiful, it's the product that is. It's like flowers on a beaten, forgotten grave. Thank you.
All right. Remember, tell us who you are and what it's all about.
Okay. Is this a bit of enough length? Okay. I'm Amy. Just gonna read some of these poems where I made last night. One I will be reciting. First one is called The Waves. The waves. It might be the last thing I remember before re-entering the bright room. The waves were cold, but not in the bad way. It was refreshing. It was like I felt comfort and trust into the sea. Waves of relief on a hot day, days that were normally full of stress. But today was filled with comfort, euphoria. It was the word I was looking for. Euphoria was the thing I was searching for, something that I've been waiting for. Sometimes I would get it in small doses, but now that I'm older and I'm starting to be able to live and receive that euphoria. It is something that can make me open my eyes, lose this blindness and paranoia, and finally regain control. And the second one I will be reciting, it is called The Hoodie of Glass Eyes. The girl lived in the hoodie of her partner. She in a state of lesion, her mind mirrors the same events. She glued to the palace of her thoughts. Everywhere she runs to, heads towards the same place. The blank glassy eyes still haunt her mind. She felt helpless as the rebuilt dam cracks and tumbles. So does she. As her mind begins to drown in the typhoon of her emotions, she begins to ponder the small details that she could have altered in the past. The thoughts steal her away like a raging river. She tries to rise up and evaporate the thoughts with soothing melodies. But like a band-aid, it starts to peel off as the mind thoughts start to creep back and she's terrified of what terrible event can happen next. And the next one is a continuation of that, called The Last Straw and String. It was over. She finally realized the months of trying, her soul was crying, begging for all of it to stop the pain she felt, the pain she has endured, the love she gave. She felt it was given to a mindless doll, a doll that didn't know about love, a doll that started to crack and show its true colors. Even when a solution was made, it all went down the drain, and she finally let go of this mindless doll. that latched onto her life force.
Well done, well done. It's Sarah's turn.
Yay! Oh my god, your note. The other one. The other Sarah. Just the other one. It's okay. Hello again. I had to write these down because my Google Docs just gave me crap. It's like, you run out of storage, you gotta pay. I'm like, I don't pay $1 for this every month. I'm good. Just paper. Good old paper. This one's called Lonely with Company. How could I be so out of touch? How is it that my other friends became better friends than with me? How is it I suck at comforting them when all I could do is hug them, knowing it's a weak painkiller when they really need is someone to talk to. But I'm equally useless since I'm not good with words. Why can they spill their whole world to everyone? All of their thoughts, their love, their goals, their dreams, their pain to everyone except me? Am I blunt? Am I boring? Am I a bitch? Am I just so lost myself that I accidentally became distant? It doesn't end there. I've become a shell of my former self. A part of me died alongside my mother that day, and I can never recover, and no one has tried to begin to attempt the void feeling and the larger scar on my heart. The duality of the pain is knowing that my mom was so special and one in a million that I can never find or have a replacement. In a way, I'm envious of my father, where he spent 25 years of marriage, 2-ish years of dating, 1 year of a divorce period, which is more time I will ever spend with her, which is only 15 years with her, almost 16. I'm 17 as I write this, and now I'm lonely with company. The second one doesn't have one, but I have a title, but let's go with Silence is Deafening. The silence is deafening. Living with him is boring. The words we exchange must have a limit if we only talk about what we're doing in the moment. Good morning, good evening, good night. Highlights of each other's day. It's kind of pathetic, isn't it? This soul-crushing loop may include sprinkles of his opinions that hurt to hear about the world, theories including aliens, politics. Its silence is broken up by television, snippets of talk, music, or us equally rotting to endlessly scroll. At times it's so bad we push each other to talk, to say something, but we don't know what to talk about. With her, everything seemed just right. She was my mom and my best friend after all. We talked about our feelings, how we felt about things, our interests, our shows, movies, etc. She knew everything about me, and I felt I trusted and loved her enough to tell her these things. I can't say the same about him. I don't know what he should know. He doesn't know a lot about me. He doesn't know about my first love or my first kiss. He doesn't know the types of shows I watch. Even if he does, he doesn't like them. It's not his thing. I can't openly spill Cheeseman where he will be so quick to judge, while she would be so open ears to me and my friends. The difference is real. But would it be easier to review myself at the cost of being looked at differently or continue business as usual?
Tom, it's your turn.
Hello again. Today is National Skeptics Day.
Wow.
Oh, that's fine.
But is it really? Yeah. Now I know you're all looking at me and thinking the same thing. With a body like that, he must take steroids. No, I got this body by doing absolutely nothing. Yeah, me and my girlfriend were always having problems. She wanted me to take her to a candlelight dinner, so I took her. But she got mad when we got thrown out of the restaurant. How was I supposed to know you're not allowed to light candles at McDonald's? But now I know why you're not allowed. Wow! Is Ronald McDonald's outfit flammable? Oh, did that clown go up in smoke? Terrible thing. Oh, then she wanted to go whale watching. But instead, I took her snail watching. And she got mad. She goes, why snail watching? I go, because you keep telling me you want to take things slow. Crazy woman, I'm telling you. And that's why sometimes I just stay at home and I write books. We have some wonderful young writers here. I've written a few books. The first one's called The Way You Made Love Last Winter. You Ruined My Spring. Another one's called, calm down, it's okay. I don't know why I'm laughing, but anyhow. Another one, I followed my dream, but she had me arrested for stalking. And then I wrote a book for very lonely people called If You Won't Kiss Me, I Will. And I have. It's pretty pitiful, I know that. Well, listen, I think you've put up with enough. I'm going to roam the streets and see if I can get any pity. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the night.
Thomas! So, has everybody been self-expressed? Everybody is... Yeah, you want to go up there and do another one? And then we'll go around through.
Find it real quick. Hold on. This may or may not be dedicated to someone, but like, they'll figure it out. What makes a woman a woman? One might say it's her long hair that cascades down her back. Though women have been cutting it short for decades and are still in style. One may say it's her clothing. Just because society only dressed her in skirts, dresses, makeup, and drenched in perfume, clothing will not have gender, though it is associated. What about the women and young girls who choose not to dress femininely, who are comfortable in their own skin rather than are comfortable but fit the womanly judgment in the society? What about hormones? One may say, oh, she surely must make her a woman. However, what about the women that naturally have less? She is no less than any woman. One may say it's her breast. What if she, for instance, had cancer there? The common treatment would be to remove them, for it is not as important to say as liver or heart. One might say it's her uterus, and it wonders menstrual cycles and pregnancies. What about menopause that ends both? What about the infertile? And the miscarriages? The uterus lining sheds ideally every month, painfully and messily, should be acknowledged instead of being ignored. What about women such as myself, who don't find pregnancy or having children desirable? Instead of people trying to convince us that is the route we should take, because we own a uterus. Instead of being ridiculed for being neglectful for our womanly duties, we should be equally respected as mothers who do anything to care for their children. What about the women who don't own a uterus? Those who had to remove to free themselves of worry from chances of being pregnant? To those who no longer wish to be enslaved to her period, or simply it would have killed her? What about the women who weren't born as one but should have? She wants to be equally respected. She needs to be. She too is no different than a woman without breasts. She is no different than women without uteruses anymore. She too can bear children if she pleases or adopts, like infertile women. She too can wear as she pleases and be a woman. What truly makes her a woman is her spirit. Thank you.
All right, so I think we have time for one more round. Okay. Yeah. So if you stick around, we can do a little bit more. Amy, this is my new friend. Bought it yesterday. I've done my research and finally made a decision. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to turn it to Hank, who's got 7 guitars in his house. I got to be introduced to all of them, the whole family on Friday.
Yes. That what?
And what kind of
Yeah.
guitar is it?
Oh, this is a Martin. So I was asked, do I have a name for my guitar? What should I name this? Right now it's Martin III. But that's, Lucille's already taken.
Right.
All right, let's play this one.
Have a good evening. Thank you.
Good evening. Come again on the 21st. We'll do this again. When faith is gone, with innocence behind you, was it your name or your shame that would bind you? Growing up is rough, and you're learning to be tough, but will hope be enough when faith is gone? When faith is gone, who will be your hero? When faith is gone, will your issues disappear? Oh, how could you be sure that a name will give you more? Will your life still be a war when faith is gone? A feeling deep inside screams, own your life and pride, and you will not be denied, you're moving on. Your eyes are open wide as you choose who's on your side. And let Spirit be your guide when faith is gone. Let Spirit be your guide when faith is gone. When faith is gone, will life be more appealing? Is it possible for words to bring a healing? Does it make more sense this way? Is it easier to play? Is there less stress in your day when faith is gone? A feeling deep inside screams, own your life and pride, and you will not be denied, you're moving on. Your eyes are open wide as you choose who's on your side. And let Spirit be your guide when faith is gone. Let Spirit be your guide when faith is gone. Does it make more sense this way? Is it easier to play? Is there less stress in your day? When faith is gone, when faith is gone, when faith is gone, faith is gone. Thank you. Well, I'm gonna take a chance here. I'm gonna use this other amplifier for this song and put the grunge on and see what it sounds like. I'm gonna give it a shot today. I'm giving myself liberties. I've got this new machine and I spent the day inside, a sticky day, playing with electronics, trying to figure out how I want to do it. So, this out. Yeah, like that. Oh, it's got, put the dirt on it now, like. Okay, another one of those moody A minors, which I seem to gravitate towards for whatever reasons. don't believe in codependency. I don't believe it's happening to me. I hear it said that people can be free when they can see addiction is avoidance of the pain of some unsettled conflict in my brain. I wish I wasn't so proud or so vain. I know I'm sane. Hey, hey. And I declare my human rights. No more self-hate and sleepless nights. There's so much I wanna do. I'll have my fears, I'll face them till I feel I love myself at last. Presence my what's done is past, so far away. I sometimes feel that I don't know myself, or if I can be trusted with my health. I wish to God that I was someone else instead of me. The more I find them caught within a lie, the more I feel the pressure to deny. To be a person an analyst can't buy, I'd have to die before I live. I declare my human rights, no more self-hate and sleepless nights. There's so much I wanna do. I'll have my fears, I'll face them till I feel I love myself at last. Presence mine, what's done is past, so far away. Everything we do is love or fear. If I don't love myself, my doom is clear. Why do I go on avoiding why I'm here? It would appear I prefer losing, and I might die before I understand what it is goes on inside a man. Believes one thing and does the other when he can, and away he ran of his own choosing. And I declare my human rights, no more self-hate and sleepless nights. There's so much I wanna do. I'll have my fears, I'll face them too. I feel I love myself at last. Presence mine, what's done is past, so far away.
so much playing with the dirt. It's so much fun playing with the dirt like that. Yeah, like get that grungy.
Where did you get that young thing?
Very much like, yeah, think Southern Man, right?
Yeah.
Well, I hate to end the evening on such a, like, unhappy note. You know, would you like to close the night out with something a little bit more jolly?
Sure.
Do you have something on the, you know, above ground instead of 6 feet under? Do you have?
I probably do.
All right, I'll let you have the last word tonight. I'm going to start wrapping, okay? Thank you. I wrote down some things to say. You know, one of the things that came to my mind was, watching Thomas perform tonight, I was thinking to myself, shouldn't it be called a teeth brush? It's kind of negative. Anyway.
Yeah. It's quite mystical.
This is what I tell my kid. If you don't brush your teeth, you'll brush your tooth. You know, it's like... All right. I want to thank Ofer for letting us use this wonderful space. And look at the artwork. And you can take one of these home if your prices on these things. It's beautiful artwork. Wow, this is something. You want to say something about the art here, Ofer? And why it's...
I think it's beautiful.
It's beautiful, right. And there are the names of the people, and if you ever wanted to take one of these home, you could. All right, our next, that's the end of services tonight. We meet again on the 21st of September. And I know you got school, you know, so, hey, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I'm glad you take school seriously. You're going into what?
Senior year.
Whoa, senior year. You're going to go to college and stuff?
Yeah, the year after.
Where are you going to
High
go?
school?
Where?
I don't know yet.
All right, well, you don't have to know. I mean, it's...
What school did you go to?
Stuyvesant High School.
Stuyvesant.
Yeah, smart people go there.
Yeah, my son went there, my daughter-in-law went
How about that? All right, so I'm going to make way. You're going to have the last word tonight, okay?
All right.
All right.
Go slow. Can you send me that picture?
Yeah, I'll send you a picture. I will do
My
that.
email address?
I do.
Yes.
And I also have your Facebook thing.
Hank@Reisner.net.
Can't get any easier than
Can't
that.
get any simpler than that.
Nope, that's true. Did you want to say something? Okay. Some people run for office and some people run from office. The same thing could be sent out like that.
My second guitar says still go like before.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna sing something a cappella again. And I haven't previously practiced this one, but it's been in my head like all week. So, Edge of Reality by Elvis Presley. I walk along the thin line, darling. Dark shadows follow me. Here's where life's dream lies disillusioned. The edge of reality. Oh, I can hear strange voices echo, laughing with mockery. The borderline of doom I'm facing, the edge of reality. On the edge of reality, she sits there tormenting me, the girl with the nameless name. On the edge of reality, where she overpowers me with fears that I can't explain. She drove me to the point of madness, the brink of misery. If she's not real, then I'm condemned to the edge of reality. On the edge of sing me the girl with the nameless name. On the edge of reality where she overpowers me with fears that I can't explain. She drove me to the point of madness, the brink of misery. If she's not real, then I'm condemned to the edge of reality. Thank you.
And that's the happy song you're ending us with today. Well, the reality is we'll do this again next month, and I hope that you're here. Okay, I'm Joel Landy, and if you need to know or if you want to be part of the contact list for this particular show, please. Also, if you go to the Facebook page for Red Pipes, you'll see some stuff. I'll put some stuff up there too. All right? All right. We're done. Thank you. Thank you for coming.